What's happening, fellas? It's Steeler here, back again with yet another video. Real quick, if you haven't checked out my Samsung KU6300 update review video, I cover HDR10 running on that panel as well as Xbox One S. A lot of questions some of you guys were wondering about, flickering, etc. I would appreciate a like and a share. Once again, much appreciated. Thanks for giving a fuck. And on to this video here. First off, I would encourage you guys to like and share this video for the simple fact that there are still people out there that don't think 4K is going to be possible or remotely common on the Scorpio. And for those people, you're just for a world of fucking hurt when this thing launches, because I've heard so many comments. First off, the console's going to cost us $1,000. Phil Spencer jumps in, bitch smacks that out of the air, says it won't cost any more than any modern console pretty much in console history. That means under $600 confirmed. Wrong. Alright, and then you say 4K is not possible in 16 flops. Well, we look at a GTX 980 Ti, which Scorpio is very relative in power to that card. Wrong. 4K Ultra 30, no problem. I think with newer, smarter development render technologies that AMD are doing right now, like rendering things that you can only see, right? Like right now in games, a lot of games render an area all at once. So let's say you're in a room and there's a wall in between you and the next section of that room. It will still render what's on the other side of that wall, wasting processing cycles and time. With new technologies AMD are implementing, it doesn't bother to render things you cannot see, and that's just one example of intelligent rendering that AMD are implementing with these new consoles. There are more ways to get more performance out of the same GPU, let alone, not even touching on the fact that it's a console. Highly optimized, just hardware in the beginning. So it's very common sense. It's going to be possible. We've seen it on the PS4 Pro with games like The Last of Us, NBA 2K, mainly lesser demanding games like the Skyrim remaster, sports games, things like that. But Scorpio is a pretty good leap. I'll just give you a real quick example. I went from a GTX 660 at 1.8 teraflops to a GTX 960 at 2.4 teraflops. I was able to run The Witcher 3. I went from 720p, 60 FPS, what was it? It was like a medium settings, right? I went from that to a 1080p 60 FPS, high, ultra hybrid settings. Alright, and that's just with, 0.6 of a T-flop. 0.7, 0.8 of a T-flop. So you get what I'm saying. This is a 2 T-flop boost over the PS4 Pro. So obviously you're getting another at least 60 frames in computation on top of what the Pro's got. And I think, as time goes on, developers, like they always do, will get more out of all of these platforms. But anyways, I'm sorry, a little digression there. But just to serve a point, that people are wrong. You will see, I've been preaching this for fucking damn near a year now, and it is going to be the case. And people are like, well, it's 12 months away. Well, hell, the PS4 Pro was announced and shown for the first time almost 2 months ago now. So just think about that. Time flies, and it will be here before you know it. But anyways, Mantis Burn Technical Director says Scorpio will bring welcome change, help developers code for games more efficiently, faster, and developers will also be able to hit 4K 60 more commonly. And I feel like that's awesome. The most important thing Microsoft need to take away from this is the fact that we want 60 FPS. Compromise on the resolution. Here's what we want. We want ultra settings, 60 FPS, then scale up the resolution easily, passing up 1080p on pretty much any modern title with Scorpio. No problem, at 60 FPS Ultra. So make that a reality, Microsoft. That would be amazing. But give people the option, just like they're doing on PS4 Pro, to do native 4K. It's not hard. You can do it on PC just by a simple button click. It is not a recoding. It's none of that. And especially considering that Scorpio titles are optimized PC ports, it should only make that easier. Button click. Done. It is that simple on PC. This is how it should be on the Scorpio. No problem. And, of course, the developer goes into talking about parity. He says people are concerned that X1 will hold back the Scorpio because they have to run on both. Well, as I've said before, the lowest common denominator on PC is quite a bit lower than the Xbox One in performance. People are running Fallout 4 at 720p, unanti-aliased sub 30 FPS at low settings. I mean, think about that. Xbox One is running that game at 1080p, locked 30 pretty much, after the first patch or so, at medium/high settings. So that's a big performance delta between the Xbox One and some of the lowest common denominators on PC. Of course, you can take Fallout 4 on that same PC improve the GPU on it, and run it at 4K 60 Ultra, all of that. So the devs have to do no extra coding. It's literally all scalable, automatic button presses, done. That's part of the whole DirectX 11, DirectX 12 API. It's fairly automatic. Developers don't really have to fuck with too much shit on that end. So if you're worried about parity, don't be. And if you're worried about frame rate parity, there's a reason they're moving most titles over to 60 FPS. Gears of War is now 60 FPS online. We're not going to be held back by that. Scorpio version will run 60 FPS online as well, which is great, but it will run at higher resolution, higher textures, all that stuff, just like we're seeing on PS4 Pro versions of games multiplayer. All right, so you're not held back there either. You're also getting, I don't know, just people are really worried about this. And I'm just saying, guys, if Microsoft nailed this, if they really nail this out of the park, you don't got much to worry about. It's going to be the best looking games 90% of you have ever seen, by far, times 10, and then some. So let me know what you guys think. I'm Dealer. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and share this video if you agree. I'm out.